Hello my friends, welcome back. Leanna here. In this edition of What's on the Porch, we have BoxyCharm, and I sit here before you with no makeup on because we're going to play today with whatever's in the box. Going forward, when I get my boxes, I'm not just going to open them and show you what's in them. I'm actually going to open them before I start recording, do a little bit of research on the products so that I can kind of inform you as to what they are and how to use them, and then we're going to play with them. Apparently Sneaks wants to play with whatever's in BoxyCharm too. I don't know what she's doing. She doesn't normally come up here and get on camera. Oh, there she goes. So this is my January Premium BoxyCharm box. Is it normally blue? Are they normally blue? I don't know. I hope you'll take note that the New Year's jar is there and it's already got some paper in it, so we're off to a good start. Here's the card. It's got all of the products on the back with a little bit of information and the MSRP on each one. You can really tell that Ipsy has taken over BoxyCharm because now the card opens up with some information in it. Kind of like Ipsy does a little bit, but I mean, that's fine. I'm okay with that. The card is really pretty. I like that. So, I was able to pick two products, and I believe I remember which ones I picked. I know that I picked this Wishful Clean Genie. It's a cleansing butter. I have the Wishful Honey Balm, Honey Moisturizer, Honey something, and I absolutely love it. So I'm interested to try this Clean Genie. Sounds like a vacuum cleaner. Wow, it is super thick. It has hardly any smell to it. And obviously I'm not going to use that today on camera because my face is already clean, but I will. What I'm planning to do is these types of things that I cannot use on camera, I intend to use those until the end of the month. Hopefully I get my boxes earlier in the month. I just got my box yesterday. And then at the end of the month I'm planning to do an update of the Boxy box and let you know how the products perform, because if you subscribe to BoxyCharm, you can go into their website now and shop the drop shop, I think. Is that what's going on now? I believe it's the drop shop. Then that way, if you did not get some of these products in your box and you're looking at them, because you know in those sales you can pick up these products super cheap, then that way you kind of have an idea of whether or not it's something that you want to consider. And if you don't pick it up this month, then maybe the following month, if they have it in that shop, you can pick it up then. So that was the Wishful Clean Genie Cleansing Butter. And that is a Huda beauty product, and that retails for $35. Alrighty, so the next product that I got is this Juice Beauty Bamboo Pore Refining Mask. This is another product that I will be testing out throughout the rest of this month, and then I'll let you know, oh, that's interesting, how that works for me. This retails for $36, and it's to clear and hydrate your skin at the same time with this pore refining mask. Help protect against maskne with bamboo charcoal and cannelin clay to help detox, aspen bark to help smooth and hydrate, and exfoliating polyhydroxy acids for a softer, smoother complexion. And that has a little safety top on it as well. It's nice and thick. It smells really good. And I'm not real keen on putting fragrance on my face, but that's alright. We'll be trying that out. My pores, I have a lot of pores around my nose that needs some help, so we'll see if that helps that out. The rest of the products that I have are what we're going to be trying. I have I'm really excited about this, the ATHR Beauty Desert Sunset Palette. This retails for $48. And I love that these palettes come with a little affirmation card. It says, "Shed what doesn't serve you as the rose unravels its layers to reveal the heart center of profound beauty." And I absolutely love that. It's a very nice little card that you can keep. I will be keeping that. And here's what the palette looks like. Beautiful palette. So pretty. And in the top, it tells you why there's no mirror. They don't put a mirror in their palettes so that you can recycle and the mirrors don't end up in the landfill and be harmful to the planet. And I love that too. So ATHR Beauty is cruelty-free. This has a 12-month shelf life, and it is totally recyclable, and everything is also printed with soy ink. So they are really very conscious about our planet, and I absolutely love that. Then we have Kosas Air Brow. This is Fluff and Hold Treatment Gel, and mine is in soft brown. And Kosas is cruelty-free as well. And this has a 6-month shelf life. And this product is $22. And I love that the packaging is purple, because y'all know I love purple. So we're going to be trying this out today. It's got a little bitty brush on it. Has a little bit of a fragrance to it. Not unpleasant, but kind of odd at the same time. And then we have a Persona lip liner. And if I am correct, Persona was developed by an influencer, I believe. This line, define and shape your lips with creamy and blendable lip liner. This retails for $14. And my only concern with this, since we have all of this earth conscious packaging, is why it needed to be sent in this plastic. And here's what it looks like. And here's the color. We're going to be trying that out today. That's very pretty. And then the last item in my January box is this LYS Beauty Secure Skin Gripping Serum Primer, and it has 5% niacinamide plus AHA, which is interesting. LYS is a black-owned beauty brand, and this is cruelty-free. It's also vegan, and I believe that says gluten-free. There's lots of good information on the back of the packaging. I believe that this was the other item that I chose, and this retails for $20. This beauty brand is very affordable, and I have their bronzer, and I really do like it. This says that it's a daily serum primer that helps balance and brighten the skin while controlling the appearance of excess shine throughout the day for a seamless complexion. You can use it with or without makeup, and it's packed with skincare ingredients for guilt-free beauty that feels as good as it looks. So we're going to try it out. I'm working tonight. I have to work second shift tonight to cover because we are so short-handed, and I'm down some people in our security office, so I will be working in security. So I will wear all of these products tonight at work, and then when I upload the video, I will give you an update on how they performed. It had a little safety seal on it, which is good. So I'm going to put I don't know how much I should be using. It is definitely a serum, and all of their products have the triangle, which is pretty cool. That's their signature, and there's what the primer looks like. I probably have too much, but that's alright. So I'm just going to warm it up in my hands and put it on my skin. It feels really good. It has absolutely no smell to it whatsoever. It absorbed into the skin really nice. We'll give it just a second to see how it dries down, to see if it remains tacky. It feels a little bit tacky on the skin. It is drying down a little bit so that it's not super tacky. That's nice. I like it. Alright, so I'm going to prime my eyes really quickly, and then I will come back and we will use this beautiful ATHR Beauty palette. Alright, so I have put on my bronzer. I used the LYS bronzer, and I put on some blush, my Moon Prism blush palette, which is amazing. And then I also put on this Complex Culture highlighter, this one here. The primer performed really well. It wasn't overly tacky, but it was enough, and it seems to be holding on my products really well. So I really like the primer so far. I'll keep using that throughout the rest of the month and give you an update on that. So now we're going to hop into this beautiful palette. It looks like we have 4 mattes in this palette, and the rest of the shades are shimmers. So let's swatch them so that we can see what we're working with. I'm going to start with the first 3 shades in the top row. They're very pigmented. So we have, the shade names are on the back of the palette. We have Desert Sand, Desert Coral, and then we have Sedona. And then on the second row is Shimmers, and it looks like some glitters. Very pretty. So we have Twilight, then we have Sunrise, Sunset, and Eternal. And then we have 3 more on the bottom, and one of those is a matte. So we have Golden Hour, Afterglow, and Mesquite. Very pretty, very pigmented. So let's see what we're going to do here. So I'm going to start off with my Luxie 231, and I'm going to go into that very first shade, which is Desert Sand. And I'm going to use that as my transition shade. There's quite a bit of kick up in the pan, but that doesn't really bother me. And I'm just going to stamp that there in the crease, and then I'm going to blend it out. So there's my transition shade. So next I'm going to go into this color, which is Sedona, and I'm going to put that in my outer corner, about over to the middle of my eye, and put that right in the crease, just to darken that crease up a little bit. And now I'm going to go into this Desert Coral with this little Moda detail brush, and I'm going to just use that as a little accent color here, just above my crease area, just to give that a little bit of color. And now I'm going to go here into Sunset, and I'm going to put that in the center of my lid, and I'm just going to use my finger to do that. And then I'm going to go into Golden Hour, which is this color here. And I can't really tell, but it looks like it has just a little bit of a green tint to it. And again, I'm going to take that on my finger. Just going to use my pinky and put that right here in my inner corner. Just pull it up into that other shade. Alright, so I'm going to take my detail brush again and I'm going into Twilight, which is this color here, and use that as a highlighter in my inner corner. And then I'm going to take this BK Beauty big fluffy brush and I'm just going to blend. Make sure it all blends together. And then I'm going to take this short shadow brush and go back into that first color and put that underneath my lower lash. So I just want a light color. I don't want it to be real heavy. Okay, so there's the look from the ATHR Beauty palette. And now let's look at this Kosas Air Brow, and this is in the shade Soft Brown. It has a nice little brush that comes with it. And I like to brush in the opposite direction to get the product in there. Well, that was quick and easy. I see a few little spots that I need to clean up, but I'm trying to let my brows grow out. You know, from the 1990s when we plucked them all out. So they're a constant work in progress, but that's alright, they'll get there. This one seems to be taking the longest, but that's alright too. That product works really well. I don't know if that's too dark for me. I'll let that dry and then I'll run a spoolie through it to see. Maybe I can't lighten it up a little bit. I'm unsure. Alright, let's try out this Persona lip liner. And apparently this is in the shade 90210. It's very creamy. Goes on nice and easy. I like that. That goes on nice and easy, and I like the color. I think that that's a good color for me. So I'm going to put on some mascara, put on some lipstick, clean up my brows a little bit, and then I'll come back and give you my final thoughts on all of these products. Be right back. So here's the final look. I really like this Kosas Air Brow is what it's called. It makes my brows look very fluffy. I like that, and they seem to be staying in place well. Normally I use the Anastasia Beverly Hills gel to hold them in place. I'm not going to use that to see how well this does. I think the eye look is fine. I'm unsure about the palette. The palette seems to be very powdery. The shadows don't seem to be very creamy to me, but I will continue to play with it for the rest of the month and again give you a final observation of how the palette is at the end of the month. There seemed to be a lot of fallout, so if you're planning to use this, which most people put their eye makeup on first and then do their face, I do the exact opposite. Always have. Probably always will, but I think they look fine. They blended out perfectly. I didn't have any issues getting them to blend out I'm just unsure about how powdery they are. Of course, normally I set my eyeshadow with a little bit of setting spray, which kind of helps to make it not look so dry, because, you know, when your eyes are as crepey as mine, you don't want your shadows to look really dry. That just enhances all of the wrinkles and stuff. But I'm not going to do that either, because I just want to see how well the shadows stay over top of my primer. I used my MAC Painterly paint pot, which is what I always use, so I know that that does very well. So we'll see how that goes. I like the lip liner, and I used the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk, the little baby one, not the one I got out of the mystery box. This is one that I already had, but the lip liner matches that perfectly. So I like the lip liner a lot. So the lip liner and the brow gel, and so far I really like the primer as well, are all working very well for me. We will see about the palette once I play around with it a little bit more. Like I said, I'm getting ready to go to work. It is 3:15. I have to be at work at 4, so I gotta get going. When I come home tonight, I'll evaluate everything and see how it all did with an 8-hour shift, and I will either insert a clip when I get home tonight, or I'll just pin it in the comments as to how everything performed. The total value of my box came to $175. I signed up for Boxy Premium for a year to lock in that $35 price, so even if I had have paid the new price for it, it's still a good value at $175. So there we go. Thank you so much for watching me play around with my BoxyCharm products. If you're new here, my name is Leanna. If you enjoyed my video, give me a thumbs up. It sure would make my day. And hit that subscription button if you're not already subscribed. And as always, I'd like to remind you that makeup is meant to enhance the natural beauty that you already are. And we are all beautiful at any age. Find something to be grateful for today. Pull your makeup out and play with it. And I'll see y'all in my next video. Bye-bye. Hello friends, I just got home from work, and here's what today's BoxyCharm makeup is looking like. My eyes still look really good, and it doesn't look like I lost a whole lot of bronzer from my skin. It looks like the primer held up really well, so there we go. Christopher, you need to get you some Kosas Air Brow. It's kind of like Air Jordans, but not. Air Jordans, right? That is a thing, right? Anyway, if you want your brows to look how bushy and pretty they are. Who knew that one day bushy brows would be the thing? Anyway, if you want your brows to be full and bushy and pretty, then you need to get you some of this. And if they're bushy enough, like, you could go trout fishing, you know, when the trout are jumping, and maybe, you know, one of them will get stuck in your brow. I don't know. Mama loves you, boo. Oh, look, I snorted.